Basketball fans love to hype the next big thing, but in Dylan Harper's case, the hype might actually be justified.
He's only been to the line once. Harper, another steal. And the finish!
Harper is a 6'6" combo guard with NBA pedigree stemming from his dad, Ron Harper, who has 5 championship rings. And Dylan's been carving out his own path from high school stardom to college standout. The question on everyone's mind is just how good is Dylan Harper actually? Well, let's break it down. From his dominant high school days through a record-setting freshman year at Rutgers to what the future might hold in the NBA. Off the bat, Dylan Harper was practically born into basketball royalty. His father, Ron Harper, won 5 NBA titles with MJ's Bulls and Kobe's Lakers. His older brother, Ron Harper Jr., became a Rutgers legend.
In the corner again!
But Dylan, he's on track to be the best Harper yet. Coming out of Don Bosco Prep in New Jersey, Harper was ranked the #1 high school player in the class of 2024. He could have gone to any blue blood program in the country, Duke, Kansas, Indiana, you name it. But instead, he shocked the basketball world and committed to Rutgers. Yes, Rutgers. It was a legacy move, sure. I mean, his brother did help resurrect the program. But Dylan wasn't just tagging along. He wanted to build something from scratch. And in his freshman year, he delivered. Harper's high school tape looked like someone dropped a college player onto a high school court. He was that dominant. Euro steps, step back threes, pick and roll reads. He made it all look so smooth. His ability to control the pace of the game was incredibly good for a teenager. Coaches described him as a player who thinks the game 2 plays ahead. In his first season at Rutgers, Dylan averaged 19.5 points, 4.5 rebounds, and 4 assists per game. He shot nearly 48% from the field and 33% from 3. That's not just good for a freshman, that's elite. He led Rutgers in scoring and assists, and despite the team going 15-17, he was the clear bright spot. Harper wasted no time. He dropped over 20 points in each of his first 3 games. Then came Vegas, where he scored 36 against Notre Dame and followed it up with 37 against top 10 Alabama in back-to-back nights as a freshman. He even recorded Rutgers' first triple-double since 1983. This program was seriously mid until they got there. The buzz around him exploded after that Alabama game. NBA scouts, analysts, and casual fans suddenly took notice. Rutgers wasn't just a feel-good underdog anymore. They had a legit NBA star in the making. And Harper wasn't afraid of the spotlight. He kept showing up in the big games. Oh, and did we mention the game winner against Seton Hall? He's got his clutch badge activated. He also put up big numbers in Big Ten play, dropping 28 against Illinois and 34 against Washington in a road win. In total, he had 20 or more points in 20 games. That's consistency. So what makes Harper such a coveted NBA prospect? Well, for starters, his size. At 6'6", 220 pounds with a 6'10" wingspan, he has the build to guard 1 through 3. He's not the most explosive athlete, but his pace, control, and IQ are off the charts. He really fits that large guard meta that every team is looking for right now. Harper excels in pick and roll. He sees the floor well and delivers dimes with either hand. His decision-making is mature beyond his years. He rarely forces shots, and when he gets into the paint, he finishes through contact ambidextrously.
Rising up with the defender right in his face. Oh, he got through.
He's a pretty strong catch-and-shoot guy.
5-time NBA champion. Pulled the string on him and
around 45% of those looks, and plays well off ball, which is very rare for a freshman who carried so much usage. He understands spacing, moves without the ball, and knows how to get his teammates involved.
They are tired. Their legs. They are fatigued right now.
cross court. Williams for 3.
Defensively, he's solid with room to grow. He averaged over a steal per game and showed flashes of strong on-ball presence. As his motor and discipline improve, he could become a very reliable two-way player. He definitely has the frame and instincts to be disruptive in passing lanes. He may sound it right now, but Harper isn't perfect. He lacks elite burst and vertical pop, which could limit his ability to blow by NBA defenders. He sometimes over-dribbles, gets stuck in traffic, and his off-the-dribble shooting needs polish. His mid-range game is hit or miss, and his pull-up jumper is inconsistent. He also needs to improve navigating screens on defense and avoid dying on picks. And you know what? At times he struggles when forced to switch onto quicker guards. These are common freshman flaws, and his IQ suggests that he'll adapt. In transition, he can sometimes play too fast for his own good, leading to occasional turnovers, and while he can create his own shot, he sometimes settles for contested jumpers instead of driving all the way in.
Williams, Harper, 3 ball.
Small tweaks, but ones that separate good players from great ones. What sets Harper apart isn't just what he does physically, it's how he thinks. Dylan has an advanced feel for the game that you don't often see in 19-year-olds. Harper processes the game at an elite level. He's also remarkably composed. In interviews and on the court, he rarely looks rattled. His basketball upbringing around NBA locker rooms likely contributes to that poise. He's seen what greatness looks like and knows how to carry himself. Scouts and coaches rave about his maturity. He's not flashy for the sake of it. Everything he does has intent. That kind of basketball IQ is going to translate quickly at the pro level, especially if he lands in a system that puts the ball in his hands early. Harper's game draws comparisons to big methodical guards like Cade Cunningham or Jalen Williams. Some scouts even throw around Lefty Harden because of his body control and crafty scoring. He's got the frame and instincts of a modern point forward, a guy who can run your offense, switch defensively, and play multiple roles depending on your lineup. As for NBA fits, the San Antonio Spurs hold the number 2 pick in this year's draft, and the idea of pairing Harper with Victor Wembanyama is wildly exciting. You get a high IQ playmaker next to the most unguardable alien since ever. Other teams like the 76ers, Wizards, and Raptors could also make a run. Harper's versatility means he can slot into a bunch of lineups as either a lead guard or a big playmaking wing. He's not going to be system dependent, and that makes him very attractive to front offices. So, how good is he? Well, Dylan Harper has a high floor and an even higher ceiling. He's a big guard who can run an offense, create for others, and score at all 3 levels. He's not the kind of player who needs to dunk on someone to dominate a game. He plays with control, patience, and feel. Worst case, he's a solid starter who gives you 15, 5, and 5 for a decade. Best case, he becomes an all-star level 2-way guard who anchors a playoff team and makes his own All-NBA push. Look, he's not just living up to the family name. He's going to outgrow it. Rutgers fans already see him as the most impactful freshman in program history. NBA scouts are seeing a mature, pro-ready lead guard who's only scratching the surface. So what do you think? Is Dylan Harper the real deal, or are there still red flags that could trip him up in this league? If you like keeping up with NBA's young stars, then you'll love what we have in store for you. Join us next time as we look at another up-and-coming NBA wonder kid.